Look, we're also learning today that the anti-Semitism envoy has recommended a judicial inquiry into anti-Semitism, and the Albanese government has rejected it. At the same time, we heard on radio this morning Tony Burke say that no one faces more racism than a Muslim woman wearing a burqa. Do you think the government just actually doesn't care about Jews?
Sherry, I wish I could have a strong and persuasive argument against that suggestion, but it's really hard to come to the defence of the government here on this. We have seen an unprecedented anti-Semitism crisis in our country over the last 12 months. We have seen Jews who've lived safely and happily in Australia for all their lives say that they feel unsafe, so much so they're contemplating moving to Israel, a country under attack from 3 terrorist organisations right now, because they think they might feel safer there than they do in the streets of our major cities. And it is deeply disappointing that the Albanese government has ignored the advice of their hand-picked anti-Semitism envoy about the need to have a judicial inquiry into anti-Semitism on campus. Because what we've seen happen on our campuses since the 7th of October is utterly unacceptable. And for Labor to turn their backs on Jewish students and others who've been horrified by what we've seen on campus shows they just don't understand the serious moral challenge posed by anti-Semitism, how corrosive it is for our society, and how critical it is that we stand up to it with courage.
I also want to ask you about the comments or the question that the ABC journalist asked Peter Dutton today. I just played it a moment ago. You know, this is typical of the anti-Israel bias we're seeing, but it is a taxpayer-funded organisation, $1 billion a year. So doesn't there need to be some accountability, and what can be done?
Shari, only a journalist at the ABC would think that it's an appropriate question to ask. Why don't we ban the display of Israeli flags in Australia, and why is Hezbollah listed as a terrorist organisation? I'll deny this if you say that I said it, Shari, but to be fair, actually, there'd be even journalists at the ABC who would be appalled by that. Some good journalists there who'd be hanging their heads in shame tonight. But in the spirit of helpfulness, let me assist the journalists at the ABC. Hezbollah was founded in 1982. Their first terrorist attack was 1983. It was against the US Embassy in Beirut. 83 people were killed. The next year, they attacked US and French Marine barracks, where 299 people were killed. The next year, they bombed a restaurant in Spain, where 18 people were killed. Skipping forward a decade or so, in Buenos Aires, they bombed both the Israeli embassy, killing 29 people, and a Jewish community centre, killing 85 people. Skipping again ahead a decade or two, they assassinated the former Prime Minister of Lebanon in 2005, killing 22 people, and I could go on and on and on. Hezbollah has destroyed Lebanon. They've done enormous damage in Syria. They've attacked Israel. They are rightly listed as a terrorist organisation, and it is only someone at the ABC who would not understand those facts.
Yeah, indeed. All right, James Paterson, thank you so much for your strength and your courage in fighting on this topic. Appreciate your time tonight as well.